Hello YouTube! Right now there are some games with pretty good discounts and one game is also currently free. These are my personal recommendations, whether I have played them or have somehow come into contact with them, or if a good close friend has recommended the game. Of course, this rule does not apply for free games, because the game is free, I recommend it anyway. If any game interests you, you can get the link from video description. Let's start with the free game. This game can be obtained for free from Epic Games, whether you go through the Epic Games launcher or get this game or via the link. Just log in and activate the game to your account. The game will then be yours forever, at least until the Epic Games closes its doors. This week's free game is Aerial Knights Never Yield. It's a 3D side-scrolling game that plays like a classic Ender's Runner. The game has an interesting story that keeps players constantly moving, run, jump, slide or dash for cool combinations and avoid the challenges ahead. Aerial Knights Never Yield is designed for players who love the speedrun game, but it's also a game that casual players will enjoy. Anyway, this time it doesn't seem like a very special game on Epic, but since it's free, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth and enjoy another addition to my collection. Styx Collection. The set includes the first part Styx, Master of Shadows, and the second part Styx, Shards of Darkness, and its add-on. To save some money, I don't even know if I would recommend getting that add-on. This way it saves a bit of money if only the base games are of interest. Styx is a rare type of stealth game. It offers a good challenge in this genre. While other well-known stealth games have been made easier, Styx is the opposite. It is a fantasy-like adventure that offers a serious challenge. Here you won't find scripted events, boring missions where you have to chase someone, or magic pushes. Enemy detection and artificial intelligence in this game are excellent. Guards search and explore the area even if they detect the slightest sound or notice something lurking in the shadows. Parkour requires timing and precision. Most hope that the game is like an Assassin's Creed style parkour, which doesn't offer a real challenge except for a single button press. Middle-earth, the Shadow Bundle. The bundle includes both Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War base games and all of their expansions. In short, Shadow of Mordor is an adventure game set in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings universe. Player control Talion, a Gondor guard who is killed and resurrected by the mysterious spirit Celebrimbor. Together they seek revenge on Sauron and his minions. The game features an open world where you explore the landscapes of Mordor, battle orcs and other enemies, and develop your skills and weapons. The game's unique feature is the Nemesis system, which tracks the player's encounters and creates a dynamic world where enemies remember past conflicts and evolve accordingly. Shadow of War is the sequel of Shadow of Mordor, where everything is further developed, especially the Nemesis system. Borderlands Collection Pandora's Box. True, the whole package for 40 euros is quite hefty expense, but here it's worth remembering that this bundle includes all Borderlands games, Borderlands 1, 2, 3, pre-sequel, as well as Tales and new Tales from Borderlands, along with all the expansions. I'm not a huge fan of Borderlands myself, but I can't deny the fact that these are pretty good games, especially when played with friends. If the whole package seems a bit pricey, I heard that Borderlands 2 is the best place to start. It's also the most affordable option. The downside is that it doesn't include any expansions. But the base game is supposed to be pretty good as well. At least it's a good place to start to figure out if this style of game might interest you. Of course, if you don't want the whole bundle but feel that the saga is interesting and don't want to buy the base game, you can also buy the Handsome Collection for 20 euros, which includes Borderlands 2, the pre-sequel, along with all their expansions. In short, it's a looter-shooter game that mixes elements of role-playing, whether you develop your character, fight different enemies and bosses, and try to find better, more powerful and more interesting weapons. XCOM Ultimate Collection. I can confidently say that it's one of my favorite strategy games, especially XCOM 2. The tension to trying to keep the situation under control so that no one dies, and the frustration when a 90% chance of hitting still misses. Oh, those were the days. I'm already looking forward to the next one. The bundle includes XCOM Enemy Unknown, along with its expansion, XCOM 2 with its expansions, and XCOM Chimera Squad. Buying the base games separately is very affordable, but XCOM 2 is significantly better when all the expansions are included. If you don't want the whole bundle, which one would I recommend starting with? In my eyes, Chimera Squad was the weakest, so I would recommend playing it only after all the others are exhausted. XCOM 2 was the best in my opinion, especially when all the expansion packs are added. Then there's plenty of activity for a long time. But if you only buy one, then I would recommend the first XCOM, Enemy Unknown. The reason simply is that it's the cheapest and it introduces best what kind of game the saga is. Its roots are well tied to the classic XCOM games and you don't need any expansion pack to enjoy the game to its fullest. In short, it's a tactical strategy game where aliens attack the Earth and try to conquer it. You are the covert organization XCOM, whose job is to develop your base, equip your soldiers, develop technology, and carry out missions to push the aliens off the Earth. Detroit Become Human. David Cage's best game. His predecessors Fahrenheit, Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls were also choice-rich games, but the options available in Detroit Become Human are unbelievable in my opinion. In short, it's an interactive TV series where your choices influence the course of the story, and every decision you make has consequences. If there's one game that could be recommended to women, especially those who haven't had much exposure to gaming world, then this game will definitely be there. All the women I've recommended this game have praised it highly, and it was very cool to see how they made their different choices and how it changed the story for them. Bioshock the Collection. The bundle includes Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2 Remastered with its DLC, and Bioshock Infinite along with its add-ons. Among those three, I recommend the first one, pleasantly dark and thought-provoking, especially intriguing in terms of story. Bioshock 2 also takes place in the underwater world of Rapture, a somewhat underrated part, but it's still good. Bioshock Infinite, significantly more colorful, set in the sky, with a rather unique story. In short, it's a shooting game where you try to understand what happened in this world, why everything is as it seems. The Quarry. For those who have heard or played the PlayStation horror game Until Dawn, I can confidently say that The Quarry is its soulmate. Like Detroit, this game is an interactive TV series where your decisions affect which characters live or die. In short, it's an interactive psychological horror game where you control 9 teenagers and try to keep them alive throughout the night. During the game, players must make difficult decisions with various consequences, such as changing relationships between characters and their deaths. Due to the branching choices in the game, it has 186 different endings. Mafia Trilogy. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend the entire trilogy, because when you buy the set, you don't get any additional discounts. Of the three, the best is undoubtedly the first installment, and the second one isn't much worse either. However, I can't recommend the third one. Perhaps only if you completely exhausted the other Mafia games and finished playing other GTA or Mafia-like games, and there's nothing else left to play. Then maybe consider playing the third one. In short, the game offers an open world where you can explore the city, complete missions, participate in car races, and experience the tense situations and the intrigues of Mafia world. However, I personally wouldn't compare it directly to GTA. Civilization 6. The anthology package is also at very reasonable price, with all the add-ons included. It's a bit challenging to recommend this bundle, especially if you haven't played this type of game before. The base game is priced very well, and there's already a lot there. If you start enjoying it, you can always add extras later. In short, Civilization 6 is a strategy game where players lead the development of a civilization from ancient times to the modern world. In the game, you must build cities, research technologies, develop culture, maintain diplomatic relations with other civilizations, and engage in warfare. Resource management and strategic planning are crucial to achieve civilization success and power. The game offers multiple civilizations, leaders, and playstyles, making each game experience unique. Euro Truck Simulator 2. We'll leave the most famous game for last. Travel across Europe as the king of the roads, a truck driver who delivers important cargo to faraway destinations. With the possibility to explore vast number of cities, your endurance, skill and speed will all be put to the test. For those who enjoy peacefully exploring Europe by truck, transporting goods, earning money and building a company. Fortunately, the base game is priced very reasonably, providing a great opportunity to try the game for those who haven't yet. But if you want to enhance the game and purchase all the add-ons, be prepared for a hefty price. If you only want to add Estonian roads to the game, the package name is Beyond the Baltic Sea. These offers don't last forever, so it's worth buying relatively quickly, especially to activate the free game. I hope you liked the video. I'll try to inform you more when there are good game sales going on. I hope you'll press like and subscribe so you won't miss out future videos. Until next time, all the best of you.